Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. You join us back here in Passwater Cove where we have already developed our second aquarium. I did do some moving around as well. As you can see, we've moved the tuna forks and we've also got an olive statue in as kind of like a guest exhibition, and then we've got our new and improved gift shop, as well as a staff toilet and a customer toilet right here in the middle, which kind of frames everything quite nicely and brings guests into this one area here. I'm actually going to get rid of that. That was from a previous attempt, and we're then going to have a nice floating stand, info stand right here as well, just to kind of frame that really nice. Right, okay, so today we are going to be putting a tropical water heater in here to begin with. So that can go right here and that will heat things up quite nicely. And we'll also, we'll just put it here so that when our staff come in, they're going to be really close to it. So we are on a roll and we have unlocked Pebbly Reef. We've also got the wide tropical net unlocked. We have just finished, I think, the development of these nets. Oh no, we've got one left here. We did have an issue with the workshop and we are now on the lookout for this sort of person, somebody who is fire resistant, but we're going to leave it for now because I should be able to build my training very soon, and unless we get somebody who has particularly good traits, I'm not interested. So we've got family friendly and greedy, which doesn't help us at all. So we'll just have to close down and speed up, and then we'll head off on a new expedition. Now, we'll wait, actually, because what I want to do is we might as well grab a tropical net, a wide tropical net to take on this one. So we'll start a brand new project for the wide tropical net. We'll make 10 of those, and we will send them off. There we go. Right, that does cost us quite a bit of money, so we may need to look at sponsorship. So we'll take the Bungled bin. I think this bin just spits stuff out every now and then, so we're going to have to be very careful with that. Where will I put this then? We'll put the Bungled bin right there. Then we can place some vending machines right next to it to give our guests some food and drink. So we can put a pulpitation station there, and can I fit the gubbins machine in right next to it? Yes, I can. Perfect. Then we better put down some benches. So we've got a Wetlandian corner bench, which I'll place here, and another one here, so they've got somewhere to go and sit down and eat their food. We've had a rank up from our janitor there as well, which is perfect, and then we can put in some more food and drink down towards our entrance. So I'll put a gubbins machine right there and a burp machine right there. Then we'll add in a couple more benches. We'll just put a Wetlandian bench. We'll put one right here and another one here. And then across the way, we can stick one in there and one there. Then I'll stick a bin in between these ones because we don't have the bin that we're borrowing, the sponsorship bin. So we'll place 2 bins. People have somewhere to sit and enjoy their food. And of course, we've already got some stuff thrown on the floor. Perfect. Excellent. Great start. Wonderful. Thank you very much. All of that sort of stuff going on. We've got the olive statue, and how many people have viewed this now? Doesn't really say. Oh, there we go. 77 views. So we've fulfilled the expectations for that. The Bungled bin is, of course, throwing out stuff all over the floor. It does bring us money, though, so that is good. And it just means we have to have a janitor there ready to clean that up all of the time. Look at it, the janitors, we still don't have anybody who is trained with a fire extinguisher, which, you know, you would imagine that you don't need particularly extensive training for that, but there we go. Randy Biggles is a good egg and has fire resistance, so that's great. We'll put Randy on just extinguishing fires and maintenance, I guess. Perfect. Then we have some more janitors that are already doing the business, which is great. We've got a reward there, and we can now, hopefully, I think if I just have a look at my items, we have a wide tropical net. So off we go. Let's head on out. We did 100% the survey level here in Hogsport Peninsula, and we can now go to Pebbly Reef and explore there. So we are going to take a marine life expert. We're going to take Mandy Jobfish. We do have the hull leak here, which reduces the quality of our exhibit unless we have somebody who is good at repairing that sort of stuff. So that's something we do need to be very careful with. but we can't actually do anything about it at the moment. So we'll take our wide tropical net. We will head off. It doesn't really matter if the quality is not good anyway, so that's fine. We will just take it. We don't have Lost at Sea, which is good. That does increase the amount of time you'll spend on the expedition by 15 days. So that's one to be aware of. Hull breaches there, which we need a rank 5 on, which we don't have, but we'll send people out and we'll just see what we get back. We will get 2 fish back here, 2 tropical fish, and somebody again has dropped some litter in exactly the same place they dropped it before. We do have janitors knocking around, so hopefully they'll be able to clear that up. What else do we have? We did have another sponsorship in the form of the Holistics diffuser, so we can place that now. We're going to place it right here in this little corner. I think it should squeeze in there. No, it doesn't. What about down here then? In fact, we could put it right there. Yes, we'll place that there. Buzz boost is maxed out, so that's fine. We should get a fair bit of cash from that, and that will keep the money rolling in quite nicely to the point where we might be able to get our training room built. Of course, we do have a plot objective there as well to get 4 tropical fish. I've pinned that just so we can keep track of it. It won't take us long to complete that, so that's fine. Then over at this workstation, we've still got 6 left of those to produce, which really won't take us long as we have some well-trained staff members. We've got 3 clownfish here. We could sell them for 2,000, but I'd prefer to keep them for when we finally unlock the research. We do need to get the 1-star objective complete here before we can go back to Memento Mile, which is my overall objective. Getting back there will be really important because I do want to just continue progressing at in the same museum, basically. I don't want to be chopping and changing like we did the first time we played through. This little nuke here, I think we need to change that, but we've got our expedition coming back from Pebbly Reef, so let's see what they've got. We got the Flamboyant fish, and it's great. We'll send that to our inventory. We got 2 of those. We've also got another wide tropical net ready to go, so we can actually head straight back out on a brand new expedition. And again, we will take Mandy Jobfish just to boost that survey level. We'll take the wide tropical net and we will make it detailed. Off they go. They didn't actually get an injury there, so that's really good. And we can place the Flamboyant fish. It wants to share the aquarium with another Flamboyant fish, which we do have access to. There we go. And our museum is up and running with a diverse collection of marine life exhibits, and we are ready to go for a 1-star rating. Recognition from the Department of Culture will allow you to construct a marine sonar and head deeper into 2.C. Who knows what you might find. So we've unlocked the bone bank. We've got things going on here. These guys need some food, so let's place some food. Okay, so they eat flake food, so we'll get that dispenser up and running, and we'll place it right next to the door here again, so our staff don't have very far to travel. That is done and in. What else do they need? So they want to share with another Flamboyant fish. We've got a dilemma on our expedition, which we'll solve in a moment. And again, they just want to share with another Flamboyant fish. So we're okay. We are going to use evasive maneuvers. The exhibit quality has dropped, but we gain XP. So that's okay. We can cope with that. And then we need to decorate this little area here. So we have some stuff we can put in now. We don't have enough kudos to unlock those. So let's place a load of grasses all over here just to kind of hide the filter. And then we'll place some here to hide the water heater. And I want to make a bit of a pattern here. So we're going to try and like have this, the grasses here are going to start kind of going on this little journey pathway that takes us all around the exhibit to there. And then we can put some just on an angle just to frame this and put some little patches in. And then again, it'll come out to here and we'll slowly edge it in. There we go. And then we can place another one here and then we can start going with just a normal pattern. That comes all the way out and it's going to go up to this location here. Obviously, the grasses are really easy to fill in and they just give you a nice bit of coverage in there. I should probably go back to the original aquarium and do this as well. And then we just find some spaces here where we can place some last patches to disrupt the coverage a little bit and make it kind of pop out a little bit further. Like that. Then we can place some corals just in the gaps here. And I'm just going to rotate a few of them. Perfect. Then we can place in some larger plants in some of those gaps too. Like this. And now it's starting to resemble a really nice little aquarium. Then we can put in some small aquarium rocks here. And another one there. Another one going around the corner. Like that. And then, oh, we've blocked off access to the water heater. So we need to just change that a little bit. That doesn't fit still. So we'll just leave that as a bit more of a sparse area. And then we'll just duplicate this one. And we'll place that there. And then I think we can just about fit in a log here. Yeah, that's nice. Great. So we've got our next aquarium up and running. We need to reach museum level 14 to get the star, and we need to receive $750 worth of donations for our tropical fish. We do have a donation bin there, so people should be able to get that. And then we will wait for our expedition to come back. Perfect. Right, we've got a little bit of an issue here, though, in that our water filter is inaccessible. So let's just sell that small aquarium rock to open that up again. And there we go, $250 already collected out of the 750. And we just need to reach museum level 14 now, which won't take us long. In fact, I think once we get these two exhibits in, which is another flamboyant fish, and this one is epic. Great, so we got two epic flamboyant fish. They need an aquarium coral. Easy. That one goes in, and this one can go in as well, and that just needed aquarium coral. So we already have everything, and there we go. We have unlocked the portal window and the aquarium ruins. Perfect. We've also unlocked a workshop project and a rock speaker and an ambient speaker, and these ambient speakers are really interesting. So, I hear they're building a marine sonar. Fancy. Soon you'll be fishing at lower depths. It's dangerous down there. I'll be back to help however I can. Advice mostly. We've got more workshop projects being complete. We need to go back to Memento Mile to earn our 2-star rating. But before we do that, we've got a few expeditions to do, so let's have a quick look. We do want to boost the survey level. We've also got Bone Bank unlocked, so we're going to unlock that. We need a marine life expert and a prehistory expert. So this is where things will get interesting. So our marine life expert for that, we also need rapid restoration. So you can see why going here, if we have a look at Bone Bank, we get dinosaur bones from that location. So we are going to need to go back there to do that. We need to discover 5 botany experts for the next part of Pebbly Reef, Pebbly Coast. And then obviously we need to continue unlocking stuff here. So I'm going to go on another expedition. We've got Sabrina Nanny Guy. They are going to go and do this one. We could still get the hull leak, which reduces the exhibit quality, but we'll take a wide tropical net, we'll make it detailed, and they will go off now. So that, if we have a look at the stats here, we're at 10% into level 2, so this will take us to 60% in level 2 and bag us some more fish. So that's really good. Looking at other stuff, I think we can probably, while this is running, we'll go back here and we'll just decorate in here a little bit more. So, following the same pattern, I want to just cover up the filters with some grass. And then we'll also cover up the food dispenser with a bit of grass as well. Now, we can then start making our little grass pathway that circles around a little bit and then eventually links up with the grasses over here. And then, again, we'll put a few sticking out. And they will then continue on, coming out a little bit further and going to that location, then again sticking out a touch just to frame it all quite nicely. And then it comes over to the main body of the aquarium, and we can fill in the blanks with some corals and some stones, just changing the decoration and the adjusting the type, giving it a different feel. And then we might as well have the grasses come down here a little bit further as well, just to really finish off the framing of this exhibit. Perfect. Then our last thing, we'll put in a couple of taller plants here. And I think that should do it. Nice. Right, great. That's in. Good. That looks pretty good. And we are also back from Pebbly Reef with some new fish, hopefully. The starfish. Right, okay, good. Let's have a quick look at what the starfish requires. So these are only average. They want aquarium rocks and a tropical climate, so we can place that in there. These are not very good quality fish, but they are going in regardless. And yeah, that's great. So what are we looking at for our filter? It can still handle it, so that's fine. Monthly breakdown, health inspection. We are then going to go back on another expedition. And of course, we are going to go to Pebbly Reef. And we'll take Mandy Jobfish. Actually, no, we'll take Sabrina Nanny Guy. And then we will give them a wide tropical net. We'll make a detailed 50% survey level going on, which is perfect. We have 88,000 in the bank, which means we can actually build our training room. So my training room here is going to go in this location. Oh, God, it's just too big. Weirdly, because of the way that it's laid out, I can get it in there. I think it'll just have to go in there then. Yeah, that's fine. And for some reason, it doesn't like being like that. Right, there we go, that's gone in. Then we are going to put a partition wall in coming down here, and we'll just make this a little staff area so we can add in another door there for staff only. And that goes in. And because we've done that little change, we're going to have to adjust our pathing a little bit. So here, and then it's going to cut across and then go down there and then to there. Now I'm going to fill those in just because I didn't like how that looked. And then here we're going to go to there, I guess, and then we'll just have this all link up like that. Nice. Right, so we've still got this nice little pathway being created with a nice bit of framing, and actually the same thing has happened here. So we're going to come along to here and then go all the way down. Then we want our line tool. I guess that'll have to do. Doesn't look the best, but because of the way that this is at the moment, that's just going to have to be what we use. And then we'll fill in this here. Finally, we are back again from another expedition. What have we got? Flamboyant fish, and this one is Pristine. Perfect. So we'll send that to our inventory. We've got 2 flamboyant fish there, both of them pristine. There's an exhibit collector coming to look at stuff. And how much space have we got left here? We've got 2 spaces left, which means our pristine flamboyant fish can go in. And this one can as well. And I think that means, oh, we're okay. The filter is still able to cope. But some of our fish we're going to have to get rid of, because we have to get some better quality exhibits in there. So again, we will go back to Pebbly Reef. We are going to set up our expedition. It's going to be Sabrina again that goes this time, and we'll give them a wide tropical net so we can reduce the time we spend there with the slipstream, but hull leak does cause some issues. And this is where it might be worth considering having staff trained in multiple things, or you just take the risk. But because we now have training available, we can start training our staff. So Ace Jazz currently here is boost to guest happiness, and they have photographic memory, and they are also bean-brained. So if we do take this one on an expedition, that will be useful, but really customer service is the most important thing for them at the moment. We have Nimble and Bookworm. This is the staff member I wanted to train in fire resistance. Beachy Crest here, nice smelling face and a lard lass. We want to give Beachy, because of who they are, I'm actually going to give them rapid restoration, because they will largely be spending time in the museum themselves. So we'll put them on rapid restoration. Charlie Dynamite, loyal and nimble. So really we want Charlie trained in fire resistance or mechanics. Mechanics would allow him to maintain and upgrade very well, and getting that nimbleness about him can have him move around and upgrade things quickly. I think fire resistance is probably the best thing here, because he'll be able to run and get that fire extinguished quickly. We've got Bookworm and Bean-brained here on Dennis. We'll give him aerodynamics so that he can move around a bit quicker. Erica Radical working in the ticket booth. Again, we've got photographic memory and nice smelling face, but we'll take accomplished admission. No, we'll go with customer service to boost the guest happiness. Frank Cucumber, again, customer service. Now we could do with some people who can work in the ticket booth, because we've got loads of staff here who are ripe for training to become really good workers in things like the gift shop, but we don't have anyone who can work on the ticket booth. So we are going to have to bring in some people. I'll take Zoe Windmill for pilot wings there, and Good Egg and Bean Brained. That'll be really useful. So we are building up quite a few assistants here that, you know, we have to be very careful with. Now, Petra Fenderson being robust, increasing the time to recover from injuries could be really good as well, but we can't take that. So our training is getting done. We are going to continue playing in this level until we've maxed out our second area here. So we've done, you know, Hogsport Peninsula is unlocked. We've got pristine fish. We can research them as we go. We've then got Pebbly Reef, which we need one more trip after this one to max out. And then we are done for the day, and we'll head back over to Memento Mile to continue working there. So it has kind of recovered a little bit. We do only have one security guard though, so let's get that done. Now, Nellie Bigley, Loyal, and the Snake Charmer. So we'll take Nellie in, and then we'll also take in Felix Codpiece, I think. Yes, and Felix we're going to train in aerodynamics as well. Good. Then what else did we have? We have Frank, who is also ready for training again, so we can train him in customer service 2 very quickly. Spencer Thunder will get the workshop upgrade he needs. Nellie Bigley here. What did we want? Immune to snake bite. Discounts. We'll go with pilot wings for Nellie, because there might well be a time where we have those sort of expeditions where we need pilot wings and we have to take a security guard with us. Now, because of the lack of security guards there, we ran into a bit of a problem. So we've got Travel 6, so a chance for expeditions to reduce their happiness. Sea Legs, which is immunity to sea sickness. Dry Mouth. I mean, we could take Adam Smudge, but it's not really what we're looking for. The trait combination isn't good. So we've got a Starfish here who is pristine, which is exactly what I was hoping for. That's really good. So what Starfish did we have? The ones that we currently have are not of the best quality, so we're going to dump them. Then we're going to bring in the pristine Starfish and the other pristine Starfish. And that is maxed out at the moment. We've got 6 Flamboyant fish in there, but if we get more Starfish on our next run, we'll drop out 2 of those Flamboyant fish and bring in the Starfish. So let's set this expedition up finally. We'll take Sabrina again, and this time we will take the wide tropical net. We'll make it detailed, and that will 50% survey level increase. We're at 60% right now, so that will max out our final survey level in these 2 locations. Good, right. So things are running pretty smooth. One thing I do want to do in my workshop, we are going to start a project and we're going to create the sound stage, and then we're going to create a realization station. So our sound stage can probably go right in the middle here, or we've got space over there to put it, and the realization station can go over here by the door. And these guys we can research once we have the ability to do so. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think we're doing really well. We have recovered this. Obviously, we've now unlocked this plot as well. So we're going to buy that plot. Once that's built, we can consider how to build a brand new museum building and get more people involved. What's going on here? These apparently now can't be accessed, even though they were accessible before. And now they are okay. Oh, that bit of litter. It's because of this bin, isn't it? Yeah, it's because of that bin. And they seem to be stuck. They're just consistently picking up that litter by the looks of things. I think we're going to need to move this because it's well in the way and it's just spewing litter out everywhere. So we'll put it there. Then I'm going to take a normal bin. Because look at this, there's litter everywhere. Right, let's put some normal bins in while we wait for these guys to come home. That is something that I did not consider. Put another one there and another one there. And then we'll place 2 normal bins right next to it. Like, I don't know why I'm doing that. I think my hope is that they will kind of come back. It'll spew that litter straight into the next bin. Right, we can put our sound stage. I'm going to put it on the corner here. Then we'll build the realization station. I've got some issues over there as well. Everything's just kind of kicking out problems. People can't seem to get anywhere. If I pick this up, if I pick that desk up and place it here. Yeah, so it still won't let me place the desk there. We've got all of these like invalid item locations and stuff. So the training room, even though it was working and has worked in the past, is now not working for whatever reason. Let's just pick up some of these items. Yeah, so it's telling me that this training diploma doesn't work. Then we'll move that desk. Then if we pick up that training award, yeah, so for some reason, did not like them at all. And it's doing the same again. How interesting. But now we can place these. So that's fine. Right, they've gone in. We've fixed it. That'll do. Let's open this crate. Another flamboyant fish. It's pristine. It wasn't what I was hoping for, but it does allow us, if we have a look here, we've got the... We'll get rid of these two. And then we can put in that one and the other pristine one. Okay, so that'll do. We've got... You know, we've still got two epic ones in there, but if we send off another expedition, we can fill that up now. Hopefully we'll get sunfish, starfish, and hopefully they'll be pristine as well. So we'll take that and hopefully we won't get the hull leak. And then let's have a look at our training menu. So Dennis Phantom we can give aerodynamics to, and then we can have a look at what other people are able to do. Frank Cucumber will take another level in customer service, and everybody else is pretty much done. Great. And while we're on, we might as well have a look at our pay requests. We did finish, didn't we? We finished the realization station, so I'm going to put the realization station right here. And then we just need to decorate these areas as well. Having a look at our nautical stuff, we're going to take a single seahorse, and then we'll put in a starfish, sunfish, whatever we're calling it, and then another banner right there next to the toilet, and then we'll put some hanging jellies in. Let's make these ones nice and blue, and then another one, we'll change the color on this one to purpley pink, and a final, we'll do another green over here, and then a yellowy green, and then we'll put a coral. Where can we put that? Let's put a coral just here, I guess. Next to the sound stage, and then another one there. Then we need to put a donation bin in as well, because these things do bring in money. So that can go right there. They can turn around and chuck some coin in there for us. Excellent. And we are still exploring Pebbly Reef. It's going to take us another 5 days because we were in a slipstream. Oh no, it's 5 days less because of us being in that slipstream. That is great. Then we've got wide nets, we've got wide tropical nets, so lots of stuff that we've got created here. I've got the sonic claw machine, the realization station, the sound stage, and the tuna forks, so I don't think we need anything else there. We will, however, create another 10 wide tropical nets, because we are running out of those. Then we get a starfish. Is it pristine? It is. Excellent. Right, so having a look here, let's just get rid of this epic flamboyant fish and this other epic flamboyant fish. Then we will find our starfish. That one will go in, and the other pristine one will go in. Perfect. So we have a fully fledged tropical aquarium that is in pristine condition. 255 buzz generated from that. Perfect. Now, before we say goodbye, there's a few other things that I need to do. I want to put on some ambient speakers, and these ambient speakers need to boost the rating of our, what are they called? Our marine life. Perfect. So we just need to make sure that these are everywhere they possibly can be. because as guests walk through, they will then get that boost. So I'm going to put one speaker here. We might have to use the rock speaker actually. So let's place this one down here. Actually, we can place it right here in this corner. No, I think we're going to mount them. We'll just mount them on the wall. It's not ideal, but it does, you know, it provides the boost that we need in a very timely manner and gives us a nice wide area of coverage for it as well. So we can just go all the way around here. There must be somewhere where I can fit this. That one will go in there. And surely we can fit this in. Maybe we do a rock speaker here. There, that just covers it. So let's change that to marine life. I'll just grab this other speaker here and we'll place that one in front of the donation bin. Nice. And then we want to just grab two normal speakers. We'll put one on the corner here. And then we can duplicate that one, making sure that it enhances marine life, duplicate it, and then place it right here. That will do. Right, so we've got perfect coverage there with all of our ambient speakers going through, boosting the buzz, we're making the wide tropical nets, and we have finished today's episode. Let's have a quick look at the photo mode overview of it. Nice, spacious zoo with a lot of nice, spacious museum with a lot of things going on and lots of opportunity for people to experience marine life. We've got two great aquariums, and we are ready to head back to Memento Mile. Obviously, I'm going to stick these in a playlist and I will sort them by level just in case any of these things need to happen again, like we need to go and get another star somewhere else. But I think it would be really good to have these in an organized playlist so that there's at least some progression on each level, or you can follow along the entire series in progression order as one main thing. So thanks for joining me here in Passwater Cove, and I will see you for another episode of 2 Point Museum. Bye bye.